Okay, back in the garage, taking the day off from riding to do a little bike work. Here with the bikes. Bike gonna be working on it today is the 450. My bike's been bogging for a little while, so what I've been doing is just kind of ignoring it, just riding it while it's been bogging, and I'm getting kind of tired of it, so it's time to fix it. I think it has something to do with the injector because I've already replaced the fuel pump, the spark plug, replaced the fuel. I used the fuel additive and everything, and it still has a little slight bog to it. So what I'm going to do is clean the injectors. I went on eBay and got this little cheap little injector kit that I've seen on people use on YouTube. Here it is right here. This is all it comes with, just this little stuff right here. These two little caps that will like fit on top of a spray bottle of carb spray. You got to take the cap off like you see there. They have two different sizes. As you can see, this hole is a little bigger than that hole, if you can see. Yeah. And then you have two different size leads, if you can see. This one is bigger than that one, because usually like the main two sizes of injectors. So one of these should fit my injector and one of these should fit my injector. So you hook that part onto the carb spray, plug it into the injector, and then hook it up to a battery. And I'm gonna just use this little battery pack with AA batteries. And that basically activates the injector, sprays the carb spray through the injector, and cleans it. So we're gonna do that. Let's get to it. See how it goes. Let go. Okay, so step one is complete. Just to take the seat off and the plastics off. Kind of step 1 and 2, I guess. But next step is to get this tank pretty much up, unhook the fuel line, and get the tank and the fuel line removed from the bike so we'll have access to the fuel injector. So let's do it. If we can see, the injector is this part right here. See the part with the gray plug right there? That's the injector. That's what we want to get to. As you can see now, it's pretty much free right there. Be careful when you're taking the injector out. It's going to have a little O-ring on it. You don't want to lose that. I'm not sure if you can order that O-ring or not. I didn't check. Some people say you can, some people say you can't. But I'm not trying to mess around and find out. There was a plot twist. It does indeed look like we're going to have to move the subframe out the way to pretty much get to the screw that's holding the ejector on there. So what we're going to have to do is 1, loosen the muffler, 2, get the air box out the way and loosen that, and then 3, get the subframe up and out the way. So let's get that done, and we'll be able to get to that little screw that I thought I can get to from the top, but you can't. So it is what it is, ain't what it ain't. Let's get to it. Okay, so we pretty much got the muffler off on this side, got the subframe loosened up on this side, and we're basically gonna have to swap to the other side and do the same thing. So we're gonna fast forward to that real quick, and then we're gonna loosen up that airbox on the other side so we can access the fuel injector. Let's get to it. Everything's loose now, so we pretty much should just be able to lift this subframe up real quick. There we go. It's hard to see, but that screw right there is the one we were trying to get to. Still gonna be a little trouble trying to unscrew that, because you see all that stuff is kind of in the way on top of it, so try my best. Now here we are, we got the whole subframe bent all the way up so we can access this little screw, and I still wasn't able to really access it without stripping the screw out or being able to really unscrew it, so I had to loosen up the whole throttle body. As you can see, it's loose, so I can kind of bend it down and get it in a position to unscrew it. So let's get to this real quick and get that unscrewed and keep on with our mission. Get to that injector. Okay, we got it loose. Should be able to take the injector out just like that. Just like that. And this is what we were after. Our electronic fuel injector. Okay, so I've already done my test fitting, and I figured out of both of these, see, two different size holes, the smaller of the two fits this. The guy online told me to put a little oil on there. I probably should have put a little motor oil on there, but you really don't want to mess up the that O-ring. I sure ain't got a new one, but see, it fits on there flush. And then out of the two of these, bigger of the two fits on here, straight like that. It's not the tightest connection, but it's on there good enough. So don't want this to be too close to this or the battery. Don't want to start a fire. When you're testing it on there, you can start off by clipping the negative on there, but you don't want to hold the positive on there. You want to kind of tap it on there, because you don't want to fry the electrode or whatever inside the fuel injector. So you want to just kind of, if you're going to tap it like that, or just tap the lead on top so it's just not sitting on there and frying the fuel injector. Alright, we're going live. Turn that on. I want to hear if I hear it clicking. If you can hear that on the, I do hear and see stuff is coming out of the injector, so it's working. Alright. So know this is gonna make a mess. This towel on top. Yeah, I used the whole bottle. That's alright. It's cheaper than buying new injectors, and you know. So, alright, we're done cleaning the injector. Time to get it all patched back together and back on the bike. So I went and did exactly what I didn't want to do. I did indeed damage that O-ring. When you're using that kit, make sure you put oil on that O-ring. You don't want to damage that. Don't want to damage that.